Morning guys, day 2. We're going to have to start the basics today, and it is all about cleansing. And if you kind of think about when you cook, you tend to cook with oil. Cleansing is kind of the similar process. It's where you should always start with your skincare. It's always something that you should start if you're going to be putting on makeup or if you just want the natural kind of glowy look. If you think about your skin ages from the first day that you were born. And many of us, and I know in my 20s, I would go out on crazy nights, have chicken kebabs and cheesy chips. I would get into bed, I would forget to take my makeup off, and then I would just look like death for about 2-3 days. Like my skin would be dry, it would have absorbed obviously all the chemicals and the toxins for the layers and layers of foundations that I used to put on, the glue because of the lashes that I used to stick on, the huge amounts of lipstick and lip gloss and lip liner and everything else that I used to apply to my body. I would obviously wake up in the morning, my bed sheets would be covered, I basically would have like a face imprint of myself. But obviously it's only later on in life that you realize that actually you do need to cleanse, tone and moisturize. And there's an incredible book about kind of French Parisian women and how beautiful they are and how elegant and how well they age and their skin and their hair. And it's something you'll always see in, like the romantic movies and whatever, that the beautiful French woman is in front of her dresser with a sexy, silk lingerie, and she's cleansing and she's toning and she's moisturizing, and they have incredible skin. And, day to day, your skin takes on all the toxins, all the things that are in the environment that we don't see. If you travel or if you commute, on buses, on trains, on the underground, obviously in certain areas pollution's a lot higher. So, just using water day to day is not going to obviously cleanse your skin. Within the blog below the video today, I kind of talk about, some products that I love to use. I don't just stick to one product because naturally my skin changes, day to day. My skin definitely changes just before my period. Sometimes I'll get a little bit drier. It kind of feels a little bit older. So then I kind of adapt, kind of my cleansing kind of ritual as such. But some of the products that I kind of use, and obviously there's a difference of, cleansing, toning, moisturizing, like the 3 steps. So I use, kind of like oil-based capsules, once or twice a week when I'm having a bath. I absolutely love to use them. You just break them off in your hand, you just put them on your face and you kind of leave them, a bit like you could do with coconut oil. So you don't have to go for very, very expensive brands. You just use what you can within your own budgets. But because I like to invest in my skin because of my age, also because of, kind of my business and whatever else, I do spend a little bit more on myself and my skincare, because I probably spend more on my skincare than I do makeup. And it's something that I touch upon, in some of the other videos where I talk about I'll only wear makeup on special occasions because I like to kind of have my skin to grow kind of naturally. Something very, very old and natural, again, rose water. Your great grandmothers will talk about this all the time. It is such a cheap product, but for those of you that don't want to spend any more than kind of £5, cleansing, toning, you can start with rose water. This one specifically is from Boots, and I absolutely love this. And oddly enough, when I went to Ibiza a couple of years ago as part of like a ritual and a treatment I had, she cleansed my whole face in rose water, and it's just a beautiful smell. Again, I then like to use kind of granules for more of a dermabrasion. So if I have gone out on a night out and I want to kind of really get in there, a bit more gritty kind of substance, I will use kind of like a dermabrasion powder. This one is by Image. Again, it's not a cheap product, but I've had this best part of this year, maybe next year. It's not something I use all the time, but again, something that you can invest in. Something that is a big no-no, don't worry, these are going to go straight in the bin after this. I don't agree with face wipes. They are loaded with chemicals. If you think about if you got a flannel and water and put it into a container, went back to it a week later, it's going to smell pretty moldy. So kind of have a think about how they're able to keep this looking fresh, smelling amazing, what chemicals have gone into it. It will alter pH levels in the skin. It's something that you don't want to do. You want to work with your natural skin and your natural pH levels. Also, guys, they're not great for the environment. Many of you sometimes flush them down the toilet, again, which is a huge no-no, or naturally put them into the bin. And again, they just stay in landfill sites, and not many of them are biodegradable, especially kind of these ones. And that's no disrespect to this brand, but this is kind of completely across the board. I love to just use one of these. I have one of these like sea urchin sponges when I'm cleansing and washing my face. It goes really, really soft. They're gorgeous, they're natural. But I also use a Forea, I think that's how you pronounce it. Kind of looks a bit like a sex toy actually, but it's a vibrating kind of facial cleanser massager. It's just amazing. You can literally just put your product onto it and massage it in. And I always kind of use it for a bit of contouring as well. Well, I like to think it contours. But yeah, so everybody's going to be very, very different with kind of how you cleanse your skin. But it's so important that that's kind of your starting process, as well as all the other things that we're going to talk about, you know, water, food, supplementation, exercise, getting good sleep. This is the start of where good skin comes from. You need to remove those toxins, you know, the chemicals, the makeup, all the other stuff that you put into your body kind of day to day. Read labels. What will work for you won't work for me. And it's all about understanding your skin, your environment, and what works for you. And you'll see kind of here, I have got different brands, you know, from SkinCeuticals to Dr. Dennis Gross, who I absolutely love and is my day-to-day moisturizer. So find what works for you. But guys, make sure that you always cleanse and then obviously finish with toning and then moisturizing, which we'll kind of talk about. So guys, have a great day today. Welcome to day 2, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.